Hi, my name is Lianne. I am a clinical social worker with a county mental health department. I'm here to talk to you today about how my practice changed as a result of taking the pain course. I work with a predominantly Medicaid population, secondarily Medicare. Most folks who walk through my door have had pretty severe childhood trauma history. The women, additionally, adult trauma history. I am an acceptance and commitment therapy ACT practitioner, and that is the modality that I started with when I started working with people with persistent pain. And to its credit, the ACT model definitely talks about how thoughts and feelings influence pain, but doesn't talk about how thoughts and feelings are part of the construct of pain. It talks about values living, that's a core tenet of ACT. And those who really embrace that part of the curriculum, because we can think about and talk about our values, but we have to act. We have to do stuff in order to live values. So folks that really kind of took back power and control from the medical professionals and gave that back to themselves and started moving their bodies and eating well and addressing their mental health or unsafe situations, those folks did see pain. And more than anything, it was them taking that control and responsibility and taking action. But the acceptance part in acceptance commitment therapy in the traditional model means accept pain because there's nothing that I can do about it. And that is implicitly helpless. So most folks continue to engage in and seek out passive coping, including traditional Western treatments, to get brief periods of relief, because that's all that we get from passive coping and traditional Western treatments. So then I was introduced to the pain course, and my curriculum changed and my practice changed. And I don't know about your experience with your CE courses, but mine is like this. Myself or my agency will typically pay a couple hundred to several $100s for me to drive a couple of hours one way to sit in an 8-hour training and maybe take away one new tool. After the pain course, my clinical tool set exploded. And I don't mean my clinical tool set for people just with persistent pain. I mean, my mental health clinical tool set exploded, because I don't know if Dr. Bucaro is aware of this, but he teaches a strengths-based, solution-focused brief therapy model. And that changed everything for me. I love the 4 power factors. That's just, to me, yeah, it's amazing. So things shifted for me and the people that I work with. The people that I work with, they weren't clients or patients anymore, which, by the way, take a second and look up what patient means in Latin. They shifted into a role of student. And I shifted into a role of facilitator, of teacher, of coach, of cheerleader. That's my favorite. And not because the folks I work with that they're to blame for their predicament, but because they are response able. And because pain is an output of the brain, they are the only ones that can really effectively activate change in their lives. And so everyone now leaves my class or my office with a committed action. What's the plan? What's the practice? What's the movement? What's the engagement for the week? And folks come back and we talk about it. And every time they make strides towards what matters to them and engaging in their life, self-efficacy increases and they see change. And I can even document change. I started tracking data and things started to shift really quickly for folks who started engaging in this way. And this is not just a modality shift; it is a belief system shift, which is pretty ground rocking for a lot of folks. But things shifted for me also on the personal side of my professional life. Sundays are not like my cat is dying anymore. Because that's what it used to feel like, just anticipating coming to work on Monday and, resuming the burden of my folks' pain and recovery that was all on me. I used to talk in my sleep and have nightmares, and I don't do that anymore. I answer my phone now. every phone call I used to send to voicemail because so often there was crisis and I had to figure out how to solve the problem before calling people back. But people have their own plans. They know what to do. It's been pretty radical. So yeah, I highly suggest this course. It's the biggest bang for your buck. And also it's not that I just went through the class once and I had all this. You know, I studied hard because it was important to me to do right by my community. And when I realized I was teaching a model that didn't align with the science, then I tossed it and I studied. I did the review sessions. I asked questions, I consulted, I continued to consult and ask feedback from Dr. Kukaro. And because he's a passionate teacher and wants to help people, he makes himself available to do that. He loves that kind of stuff. So I really encourage you to take the course and see for yourself and have that experience. And I am also here to be a support to you because it can be pretty lonely walking this road of the new science when your colleagues may not be doing so. So you can feel free to contact me. I'm at 541-967-3866, extension 2529, or ldyche@co.linn.or.us. Well, thank you for your time and listening, and I hope you give it a shot.